So for today's video, I am going to be doing a curling tutorial. I get asked all of the time how I curl my hair, how I curl my clients' hair, what products and tools I use. So I thought I would use my sister because she has the best hair and she's a great model. I'm going to be showing you what products I use, what tools I use, how I do it, and little tips and tricks I have. So if you were interested in watching this, stay tuned. Okay, so I start all of my curls off by flat ironing the hair. This just smooths the cuticle down and it gives me a really good base to start the curls on. If you have naturally fine hair or naturally straight hair, this part is not 100% necessary, but I just feel like this preps the hair for the style, especially when working with hair extensions. I am using the Babyliss 1 1/4 inch iron. I really love this iron. I feel like it works really well for all hair types, but you are more than welcome to use any other type that you want, but I do recommend the 1 1/4 inch for these curls. I have used the 1 1/2 inch before and it gives me bigger, looser waves, but I feel like this is a tighter curl and lasts a little bit longer. So as you can see here, I am just wrapping it around my iron. I am opening it and using the clamp and then just sliding down the hair, leaving about an inch or two out at the ends. And this is going to give you a loose, effortless wave, and leaving those ends out is going to make it so it's not so tight and curly. The key to a great curl is having patience. You don't want to just put it on the iron and then let it go after 2 seconds. You want to take your time working your way down each section and then make sure you're holding it long enough for it to actually hold a curl. If I ever let it go too soon, I end up having to redo it, so make sure that you are holding it on long enough. To give a beachy, effortless wave, I always like to alternate the direction of my curls. So as you can see here, I am curling away from the face with this one, and on this next one, I'm going to curl towards the face. I usually end up doing this throughout the back and sides of the hair, but around the very front of the face, make sure you always curl away so that you don't have curls coming into the face, if that makes sense. And this is just going to give it that really loose, effortless appearance like I had said, and this also prevents all of your curls from going together into one big curl. I feel like that's something that happens pretty often when people are curling their own hair and trying to learn how, and especially with extensions, it's more prone to happen if you don't curl them in different directions, so I would definitely recommend doing that. Working closer to around the face. So as you can see, I am no longer alternating. I am just doing all of the curls away from the face. And I like to wrap it starting at the top and then slowly working my way down. And then I like to twist a little bit like this as I let it go. that just holds the shape of the curl really well and reinforces it. So I start at the top, and then as you can see, I open it a little bit and just twist it down, leaving the ends out. This takes a little bit of practice, but once you have it, it's so easy. When you have hair extensions, you obviously have your own hair on the top layer that's not as long as the extensions, and it's really important to curl those the right way so that they blend in and they're not obvious. So what I like to do is I don't like to start as far to the top as I do with the rest of the hair. I start midway to the ends of it, and then I just curl into the extensions, if you can see what I'm doing there. And that's going to make it so that the natural hair blends in a little bit better with the rest of the extension hair because I'm curling the ends into the extensions, and then I use my fingers to hide the rest. So that's a little tip I have in getting them to blend, and then there is something else I do that I will show you as well. Okay, something else I like to do for a finishing touch is taking my flat iron again, and especially the bang area around the face, I like to flat iron into the curls instead of curling them, and I kind of add a bend to it so that it looks a little more natural and not so stick straight. But I also do this with other areas of the hair, like that top layer. If the curls just aren't laying right, or if I feel like I want it to be less curly, I will just run over it with the flat iron and run the hair into the extension hair, kind of like I did with the curling iron, but rather with the flat iron. So these are just two little things that will help you blend better with extensions. Okay, so when it comes to styling, I like to start using my Do-Over Kevin Murphy spray. This is a texture spray, and I just spray it all over the curls to add a little bit of texture and body, and this just gives it that really like messy bedroom hair that we all want. So I'm starting with that, and then I'm just going to run my fingers through it before I brush it out or hairspray it, and this is just going to prep the style before I set it. So after the texture spray and running my hands through it, I do the wet brush and I brush it out, and then I'm going to be back combing a little bit to add some body and volume. And now I am going to be using Session Spray from Kevin Murphy. This is their Stronghold Hairspray, and this is just going to set everything in place and give it a long hold. Next up is my little trick, especially for blondes or anyone that has flyaways or some damage. This is Freehold. This is a styling paste from Kevin Murphy. You can use any paste, pomade, or taffy to do this, but I run a little bit through my fingers and then just run it through her bangs, her top layer, everything else just to get it to stay in place. And then I'm going to be using Young Again oil from Kevin Murphy, and this is especially good for extensions. I'm just going to run it through the ends of her hair to keep everything moisturized and silky.
Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Hopefully you picked up a few tips and tricks so that you can curl your own hair at home. She does have hair extensions, and hair extensions hold curl so much better than just your own hair. So she is able to wash her hair once a week, and then we curl it the first day and she just lets it go the rest of the days. Sometimes in the morning she can run a flat iron or a curling iron throughout it just to touch up a few pieces, but I wouldn't say it takes more than 5 minutes to do that, so it's super low maintenance. If you do not have hair extensions, they are a great way if you are interested to get your hair to hold more curl, but if you don't, you can still do this fabulous curling technique without them. If you are interested in ordering hair extensions, I will leave my website linked below. You can order wefts, tapes, clips, we have it all, and we have options for everyone. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Have a good day.